I once hooked up with a man who refused to put it in the bag. Yeah, he refused. I was like, you're an idiot, dude. Do you realize that if I went on Craigslist and posted tiny Asian female seeking anal, the website would crash? Do you know how long it took me to train my husband to eat my correctly? I'm not going back out into the world, find somebody new to coach all over again. It's too much work. All of that knowledge that my husband has now, all of that time I invested, all of that muscle memory lives and dies with him. You can't store that in some sort of iPussy cloud and then just download it to a new husband 2.0. He is bespoke to me. Irreplaceable. I think about cheating on my husband every 5 minutes. I haven't done it yet. Not because I'm a good person, only because no worthy opportunity has presented itself. My mom doesn't understand. She can't relate to these feelings of wanting to fool around outside of your marriage because she's an immigrant woman who was born in 1940. Her world is a lot smaller than mine. The only men my mother has ever had an actual conversation with are my brother and my dad. That's it. I, on the other hand, have met the entire cast of the Avengers. And I want all of them to come on my face. I think I'm going through a midlife crisis. It was the first and last time I had ever seen an actual micropenis. And my honest first reaction when I saw it was, oh my God, are you okay? What happened? Did you just get hit by a bus? Did a car outside just like sideswipe your dick off and now is your dick rolling around on the street like a severed snake head? And should we get a mason jar to scoop it up and bring you both to the hospital to have you sewn back together? Wait a minute. Is this some sort of Princess and the Frog test? Did a witch curse you a long time ago as punishment for calling her ugly? And now, if I put that in my mouth to prove that I love you, as a reward for my love, will it expand? But then when you get cummed on the face, your only job as the woman is to make an enthusiastic expression. And then your other assignment is to not laugh. I don't want to fuck an 18-year-old boy, not now, not ever again, because they're 18. They're terrible in bed. Do you remember when we were all teenagers? It was horrible for teenage girls because oral sex was all one way. As a teenage girl, you never, ever got your pussy eaten, but you suck so many dicks. You suck a dick under a bridge, in the bathroom, in the forest. I think about cheating on my husband every 5 minutes. I haven't done it yet. Not because I'm a good person, only because no worthy opportunity has presented itself. If you are hiring a 25-year-old pretty young thing to be your nanny, you a dumbass. Do you not read People magazine? You don't know what's up? That's inviting a marriage grenade into your home. When you have a newborn baby, your marriage is very weak because you're both stressed out, you look like shit because you don't shower no more, you're resentful of each other. Whose idea was it to bring this new roommate into the world? Your marriage is very vulnerable and easy for an outsider to invade and colonize. If we had hired a 25-year-old man who was not ugly, great with my daughter, and said yes immediately to every chore I asked him to do with a positive attitude, oh, you best believe that I would eat the shit out of his butthole.
So, in addition to all of that labor, when you suck dick, there is all of this performing and pretending involved. You have to tell all of these lies. Oh, this is the biggest dick I've ever had in my mouth. I love sucking your cock. It makes my pussy so wet. Yummy, 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 yummy. But you have to tell the lies to make the man come faster. The lies will set you free.
You think I want to fuck an 18-year-old boy when I'm on the precipice of menopause? Have some nervous teenager do 3 pumps and then bust a nut in my old-ass pussy? No, thank you.
I bet most men in this theater have never, ever had your dick sucked by a woman that makes a lot more money than you. And let me tell you something, it is spectacular, okay? It is. It is. Why wouldn't it be? If she got the skills to earn money, power, and respect, you don't think she got good pattern recognition? Those skills transfer. You should feel so lucky, so flattered, so blessed, and highly favored if you ever had the opportunity to get your dick sucked by a woman that makes a lot more money than you. Because out of all the things this important woman could be doing with her valuable time, responsibilities, all the interesting opportunities and deals knocking at her door. But no, she chose to get on her knees and stick your $40,000 a year dick in her mouth. In your Toyota Yaris.
Lately, I have been ruminating a lot over this one time I hooked up with this dude, and in the middle of kissing, I felt the responsibility to stop and say, hey, I should really let you know now before we go any further that I'm on my period. And he was like, oh, well, then let's make a fucking mess, Allie. day, that is the most romantic thing anybody has ever said to me. I think about it when I feel down and ugly and no good. All I have to do is remember that there was once a man out there who was willing to yank out my tampon and replace it with his dick. It made me feel beautiful. Beautiful! There is nothing more empowering and truly feminist than what that man said that day. That is straight up hashtag I'm with her. All women are very good at being extremely unpleasant. And holding your happiness and self-esteem hostage until we get what we fucking deserve, okay? Yes. That is a superpower that we evolved to compensate for our lack of earning potential. You can't tell any woman what to do. So you might as well as pick the bitch that will give you health insurance, okay? I didn't take any classes on breastfeeding because I assumed it was just gonna be this very easy, intuitive thing where the baby sucks on your nipple like a straw. And the nurse promised me that I would have a particularly easy time since my nipples look like fingers. You can spin DVDs on them. That's how command hook-like they are. But apparently, you have to get the baby to latch on at a very specific angle. You gotta tilt their head and do geometry to get them on properly. And it's very stressful because when they're hungry and they're crying, it makes your hormones spray milk all over their face and their neck, which then become very slippery and hard to grip. And then you gotta slam them on at just the right time. And every time I would do it, it was like parallel parking. I don't know how I did it.
I love to get cummed on the face. I do. Because it's so nasty and it's so easy. It is so easy, especially when you compare it to sucking dick, which is so physically taxing. Oh, the choking, the eyes watering. And if you really want to keep it 100, you got to add the pepper grinding. It's a lot, you know? Whenever I get a deep tissue massage, the masseuse is always like, oh, do you sit and work at a computer all day? I'm like, no, I sucked dick last night. Now I can't look to the left.